Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of College and Career Pathways, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we provide you with information on various colleges and universities, financial aid resources, training programs, technical schools, skilled trade professions, career opportunities, employment opportunities, career exploration, and career readiness skills, all designed to help you make the best decisions possible with regards to your careers. I'm Toni Curitin, your host, and today we will be speaking with the Michigan Laborers Training and Apprenticeship Institute. Boy, that's a mouthful, Scott. Thank you and welcome.
Well, thank you. And just hello to everybody. I will say that I met Miss Kiritin, what, 2, 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and we did some face to face with some students, and that was nice. But it's just really nice to be able to at least do this, during the pandemic. But again, my name is Scott McDonald. I'm the director of apprenticeship at Michigan Laborers Training and Apprenticeship Institute. We are one of 19 of the building trades. So when you see a large construction project going on, there's probably anywhere from 10 to the full 19 building trades on that job. We each have our own set of tasks that we perform. We are all looking for people. And that's why I'm still out talking to people virtually, trying to get them to come into the trades. Oddly enough, construction has not taken a hit through this pandemic. It's been going strong. I brought in just as many apprentices last year as I did 2 years ago and 3 years ago. So we
Oh, he froze. Well, we're going to give him a minute or so to see if he can get it back together. In the meantime, how are you guys today? It's not as sunny as yesterday, but I'm loving it just the same.
Hey,
Hey,
Miss
Miss
Tony.
Tony.
How you guys? I missed you. My Dearborn
Miss
family.
you.
We miss you.
My Dearborn family. Oh my goodness. It's great to see you guys.
Too.
Oh, I so hope he's able to he's clicked out. So I hope he clicks back in and can get it because they have some awesome opportunities in the skilled trades and construction industry. If a student is capable of passing algebra 1A and 1B, they're good to go. They, as long as that they are proficient in that area and can pass a drug screening, the doors are wide open for them. Um, Electrician, plumbing, heavy equipment operators, cement plumbers. It is just, oh, good, he's back, yay. But it's wide open. The opportunities, they're great. These apprenticeship programs are awesome. They range from 3 to 5 years, depending upon which skill trade you select. The salary that a student can make, 18 years old, coming into this industry, they can make a considerable amount of money from working in either one of the, any of the trades. Most of them will start out between 15 and $17 an hour, and they usually give an increase every 6 months so that when the student finally finishes their apprenticeship, however long it is based on the skill trade they selected to go into, usually they are leaving the apprenticeship portion of their training at salaries 28, $30 an hour. And that's really excellent money for someone coming straight out of high school. So these are some great opportunities. Um, I would love to see if Scott can connect back in.
I'm back.
Oh, were you listening to me give your presentation?
I was, and you are really good at this. I don't think you need me. I'll tell you, I've got about 5 of these things today, and so far the only
Oh, not again. Well, in the meantime, in between time, again, these are some excellent opportunities for our young people. When I began to hear about these opportunities 2 or 3 years ago, I was just blown away. And what really blew me away is that I never heard of it when I was coming out of high school and trying to navigate the career direction I would have liked to have gone in. If I had had these opportunities when I was their age, I would have taken the skill trade route because, again, if you just invest 5 to 7 years of your young life coming straight out of high school, you literally can position yourself um, to being financially independent. Uh, all the all of the training that you receive, it can transfer over to college credit if you later on decide, you know what, I think I want to go to school. I think I want to go to college. And that's an excellent thing. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, when you finish the majority of your apprenticeship training, you are within like 5 to 7 or 8 credits of an associate's degree. So it's not it's not something that you could consider as a setback in your career. It, it goes right along with it if that's the direction you choose to go into. And you just can't beat it. From day one, they are employed with benefits, full-time benefits, medical, dental, vision, and they have a pension set up. You can't beat that. Plus the training that you receive in the apprenticeship programs. If I'm not mistaken, the tuition for it is less than $100 per per course.
Tony, I'm back if you need me to take the ball again.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to take over. Go ahead.
No, this is great. How many of these presentations have you listened to? Because you've got it down.
Well,
You're
we've
hitting all my
known,
talking points.
we've known each other for 2 3 years, and
Yeah.
I've been in on all of them, no matter which trade it is. And um, I just I listened.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Well, I'm going to try again. If this goes haywire, I disconnected some wires and reconnected them, so hopefully that keeps me going. But if it happens again, we'll reschedule. I just wanted to say that, yeah, we are one of the 19 building trades. Um, we have our own set of tasks that we perform on a job site, just like every other trade out there. Um, you know, if you're coming into the trades, you may not know exactly what you want to do. Am I speaking to students, Tony?
You are speaking to staff as well as students.
Okay. So what I want to say to the students is I'm 56 years old. I still don't know what I want to do for a living. So don't think that all of a sudden that's just going to hit you and you're going to know and you're going to know for sure. I mean, maybe some people are like that. But I can retire next year and really pursue whatever it is I want to do. And it's been my whole career, so I don't want you to ever think you're going to hit some certain age, you're going to be an adult and start making adult decisions. Start making adult decisions. I still feel like I'm 17 years old. I mean, I could act like a 17-year-old if I wanted to, but I'm not. I have to make adult decisions. I have to do adult things. So if this is something you're thinking about doing, there's just all kinds of opportunity out there. We need, and when I say we, I speak for the whole industry, all the trades out there really need people. We need a lot of people. We need a lot more females. We don't have anywhere near enough females. So if there are women out there who think that this isn't for them, you're wrong. We participate in Apprentice of the Year contests every year. I would say 70% of the people who win those contests are women, because women, to excel in this industry, really have to show something. They really have to prove themselves, unfortunately. And then once they've done that, they've proven themselves so well that the cream rises to the top, right? So there's just a lot of opportunity here for women. And we want you all to know that women are doing really good in the trades. Yeah, do you still have to deal with men? You do. But it's getting better and better out there. And there are organizations that just help women deal with the issues on construction sites. Not that it's horrible, but they also make contractors more aware of how to be better employers to women, since they weren't traditionally part of this trade. But the women who come into the trade are doing great. They do very well, and we would love to have you. It looks like I'm frozen again. Can anybody hear me?
You're doing fine.
Oh, you're holding too still, Toni.
Oh, okay.
Move around a little bit. Okay, so the industry, we've got carpenters, we've got electricians, we've got plumbers, we've got all these different trades. And before I get too far, I want to throw out a website that you can research all the different trades. And that is just www.miconstructionjobs.com. www.miconstructionjobs.com. And it's going to list every trade out of the 19 trades. It's going to list apprenticeship requirements, and how do you apply, and so forth. But look those over. If you're truly interested in coming into construction, decide which one's right for you, and go for it, is what I'm saying. Electricians need people. Every trade out there needs people. And we're really a good career choice. There's so many different career paths. If you're an ambitious person and you go to work every day and you work hard, you've got a good attitude and you show up every day on time, I would say 10, 12 years, you're not going to be on a construction site anymore. You're going to be in an office. You're going to be a manager of some sort. You're going to be a safety person. You're going to be an employee representative, maybe, if you want the union route. So there's just so many career paths that and here's the other thing about construction, like it or not, we attract a certain kind of person, sometimes a person that has a lot of baggage. So if you're a person that doesn't have a lot of baggage, in other words, you can go do your job every day, work hard, you're going to rise to the top automatically, because it's not hard to shine in that crowd of people that don't care about shining too much, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of what happens on the construction site. The people that really put forth an effort move forward. They really do. They rise to the top. They're safety people, they're foremen, they're superintendents. Even I know some people who've become contractors themselves. So there's just a lot of growth, and you can really set your own goals and pace yourself. But I heard Ms. Kierton talking about wages. It's not unlikely for a beginning year apprentice, a first year apprentice, to make $35,000. It's not unheard of for a journeyman, once you've completed the apprenticeship program, to make $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. It's very common. There's just a ton of work out there. I'll talk about some of the bigger projects. Of course, we did Little Caesars Arena. All the trades were on the Gordie Howe Bridge. And believe it or not, we've been working on that one for years. We've been working on the booths that are going to take the trucks in and all that. So there's been work going on there already, but there's just so much work. And even Little Caesars Arena, that development is just going to sprawl outward and continue to build and grow. There's just a lot of really big jobs in the Detroit metro area, and we're going to need just a ton of people for them. These projects are on the books 2 years in advance easily. They have to plan them out. So no matter what happens to the economy, we know the next 2-3 years is going to be good. And the economy would have to tank pretty hard. We'd almost have to fall into a deep recession or even a depression before it affected the construction industry. In Michigan, we're going to be working on roads forever. Good economy, bad economy. There's a ton of money coming down for infrastructure, which is not only roads, it's pipelines, anything having to do with transporting people or products. That's infrastructure. Electricity is a product. And there's just going to be a ton of money coming down for that kind of stuff. And the economy isn't going to affect that. Those jobs are going to be there. So we know we're going to need you. We're going to need people, and we really hope that we can talk some of you into coming into the trades. Now, like I said, if you don't know what you want to do, and you're afraid you're making the wrong choice, well, you can always change that choice later. And we've got so many of these career paths that maybe you come in as a construction craft laborer with me, and then you decide you want to be an operating engineer, and that's an easy thing to do. That's an easy transition. You can go to a different trade, or you can go into safety, or maybe you want to go back to college or to college, and get that architectural engineering degree. And as I heard Ms. Keratin telling you all, when you complete any of our apprenticeship programs, you're 5 to 6 college courses away from an Associate of Applied Science and Industrial Technology. And why not? Why not go grab that as long as you made it this far? And then what you're going to do is you're going to teach yourself, or you're going to know, hey, I can learn. Why don't I continue with some college courses? And there's just so many opportunities. I don't want you to think that if you choose now, you're stuck here forever. In fact, your career is going to change many times, even if you stay in construction or come into construction. What your job looks like should probably change a few different times throughout your lifetime. In terms of entrance requirements, we, the construction craft laborers, one of the 19 building trades, do not require a high school diploma. You're all there getting your high school diploma right now anyway. So we want that, because you can't take advantage of the college credits if you don't get your high school diploma. So if you come into our trade, we're going to encourage you to go get that high school diploma or GED if you don't already have it. Again, you guys are already there getting yours. Good for you. Continue with that. I want to tell you something. The most important thing, if you take nothing else away, listen to this. Go to work every day. And this is no matter what you go into, no matter what area you go into. Go to work every single day, be on time, have a good attitude, be willing to learn. Okay, I've got a daughter who's a freshman in college. She did work up until last week at a retirement home serving food. The turnover rate was so high. People don't feel like they have to go to work every day. She was there a year, and she was like their most valuable employee. She was there longer than any management, anybody there. All the tenants loved her. That's all you got to do is show up and have a good attitude every day, and you are going to rise to the top. I just can't stress that enough. And it's really true of whatever you go into. More and more, you see all this divisiveness in the world. The more you can be the glue, the more you can be the nice person, the more you can be the one that brings people together in any situation, the better off you're going to be. And we're going to need a lot of that in the future, because all you got to do is click on the news for 5 minutes and see that everybody hates everybody, it seems like, and they all want to do bad things to each other. Well, don't be that way. I do want to talk a little bit about the benefits, fringe benefits. Most young people don't care about these fringe benefits, but someday you will. We have really good medical coverage, really good medical insurance. When I was 19, 1 year out of high school, I was in a motorcycle accident. I've had 7 knee surgeries now, 5 on the knee that I wrecked in the accident, and 2 on the leg that had to support that other leg during those 5 surgeries. I mean, it's that bad. I've had insurance. I've never had to worry about paying for that. But an overnight hospital stay or a 3 or 4 night hospital stay nowadays can ruin your life. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt just from that. I mean, it's wrong, but it's where we are. So we've got this great healthcare. We've got this great pension. If I were to retire right now, and I would draw about $4,800 a month. That's pretty good. I can live off that almost. I've still got 2 kids in college, one in college and one heading to college, so I'm not doing that just yet. But that's a good wage. That's called a pension program, and you work throughout your career, and you contribute to that pension program. And then when you retire, and with us, if you guys and girls came in at 18 years old, you could retire at 48 years old. 30 years and you can retire at 48 years old. That's 7 years ago for me. Had I been in for the full 30 years, I could start a whole new career. I could start a hobby and turn it into a career. I still really could. And one of the things that's holding me back from retiring is I don't have a hobby. I don't have a hobby that I think I would fill enough time to go do right now. So I'm happy in my job. I don't see any reason to leave. And maybe you would be too if you came into the trades and worked out that way. I would hope that for everybody. Um, I know I'm jumping around here a little bit, but here's something you should all work on if you don't already have it situated is transportation. We need people who are able to get to the job sites, and we need people who are able to get from one job site to the next, maybe in the middle of a day. So in the beginning, you're young, maybe you don't have a driver's license yet, maybe you don't have a car yet, work on that driver's license. It's going to be important. Maybe on that first job and that second job, and particularly, which is nice about being in the metro area, you could use public transportation to get to those jobs, or Uber, or whatever. Or even once you got on the job, you could make some friends that you could rely on to help get you to work every day. But work on that driver's license, work on that vehicle. It's been the biggest sticking point for my 20 some years in this business, is helping people that have all the right desires, and we know that they would do good, but they can't get to the job. So work on the car, work on the driver's license if you don't have them, and hopefully that would work out, and you'd be able to get on there. I've got some notes here I'm following along. If you come into our apprenticeship program, you're going to take some training. With us, it's 300 hours. Other trades have different amounts of training they have to take in their apprenticeship program. We're the easiest trade to enter as well. We operate under an intent to hire process, whereby we're going to connect you with an employer, try to get you your first job. As soon as you get on that job, you're automatically in our apprenticeship program. Some of the other building trades, you have to apply to their apprenticeship program, get selected, go through an application process, an interview process. Then once you're in the apprenticeship program, they'll deal you out to an employer. And yet other trades might make you attend 3 months of training prior to going out on the job. Most of us included, we not only don't charge for our training, we give our members a stipend while they come here and attend training to cover their expenses.
Wow.
It amounts to about $60, $70 a day, and we write them a check at the end of the week, and they can use that for whatever they need. And it's just to cover their expenses. And the reason we can do that is because when our members are out there working, we get a contribution made on their behalf of about 50 cents for every hour. That really, really adds up quick. So we've got this money that we can give to them when they come to us. It's a union benefit. So you're getting college level education with no debt. Not only no debt, we're covering your expenses while you're coming to school with us and in training. Now, I'm talking to a bunch of people who are able to do virtual learning. I think that's awesome. As I was telling Miss Kirsten, my daughter's doing pretty well virtually right now. I know a lot of families aren't, and a lot of families are having a tough time with it. But if you can do that, you should be able to learn pretty well. If you come to us, we're going to set you down. You're going to spend about 50% of your time doing book work, lectures, videos, that kind of thing. The other 50% is hands-on. You're applying the knowledge you've learned or were supposed to have learned. And then, you're going to get a chance to make all the mistakes, and then we're going to correct you. So it really embeds that information in your mind. You really get it when you get to apply it. When we sit you down in a construction math class, and it's just as frustrating as a high school math class, but then we take you outside and show you how to calculate concrete and what it all means, or how to measure, different circumferences and so forth. It makes a little more sense. And honestly, for me, I didn't get my college degree until I was out in the field. I'd come here to Michigan Laborers Training. I was hired as an instructor. I had to learn how to teach, which meant I had to really study hard. And that was the first time in my life that I felt halfway smart, that I felt, oh, wait, I can learn. I just haven't been applying myself. And it was true. I wasn't applying myself. Once I learned that information, I went back to college, earned my degree, and graduated with honors. It was a mindset. I had to change my mindset and start moving towards that. And it's just been a great career for me. I don't think I could do the manufacturing thing. I don't think I could work in an auto factory or a plant of any kind. I like being outside, even on days like today. I like the cold because I can dress for it. Actually, the summertime for me, I melt. I'm a Michigan boy, I get really hot. So I don't mind the cold. I can always dress for it. When I'm hot, I'm hot. I just got to suffer through it. But I love being outside. I love dealing with the elements. It's almost a victory in itself, going and doing these things and beating the weather, I guess. So um, keep that in mind. What else do I want to talk about? Let's see. I talked about work ethic, entrance requirements. All the entrance requirements for the different apprenticeship programs are going to be on that website I told you all about. I talked about the work outlook being very good, the 19 different building trades, the fact that we desperately need females. Now, I'll tell you something else that's happening with our new president, and I won't get too political. Um, they're going to pump a lot of money into apprenticeship expansion. In other words, they want more options than just college for young people. They really do. So they're looking to create apprenticeship programs in industries where there are none. And in industries like mine, where there are apprenticeships, they're trying to increase the use of those apprenticeship programs. So they're pumping all this grant money into training you and making apprenticeships more available to you. And we're only going to see a ton more of that over the next 4 years. And in fact, the Department of Labor, what do they call it? The cabinet position. He's an ex-laborer, Marty Walsh, the person they just appointed was a laborer, construction craft laborer, just like me from Boston. He did get elected mayor of Boston for 4 years, and then Joe Biden selected him as his Department of Labor secretary. So he's very, very in favor of apprenticeships. He's very in favor of looking towards different ways of training people. So there's going to be just great. I mean, really, you young people should all be very excited. There's some good things coming down the pipe for you. We're not, saying that college is the only way anymore. It's still an option. Even if you come into this trade, we're going to encourage you. We're going to help you, though. You're not just out there applying for student loans and racking up all kinds of debt. We're going to try to help you get through that and help you get on the path you want to be on. But just so many different career paths, so many different options. Like I said, you can always change your mind later in life. But if you make it with us for 5 years, you're going to get some kind of pension from us eventually. If you make it 30 years, you can retire and collect. Hold on. Sorry about that. But if you make it with us 5 years, eventually, towards the end of your career, once you hit, I think, 62 or even 60, you can collect that pension, whatever it is. And of course, the more years you work, the more credits you get, the more money you get on that check every month. But it's been a really good option, career option for me. I'm glad I stuck with it and stayed in it. And I've really enjoyed it. I can honestly say I've enjoyed my career. I've enjoyed my choice. Now, Ms. Kirtan, do we have any way answering questions or?
Sure. You guys, do you have any questions you want to ask?
Hi, guys. I have a question. I was wondering if is the program just for high school students, or is it for adults too that's graduated already and interested in pursuing a career in this field?
Absolutely. It's for whoever. I mean, we have apprentices all the way into their 40s and 50s. So yeah, and in fact, we have different training programs, Access for All down in the Detroit metro area. We have Detroit Workforce of the Future. Of course, that one is more geared toward high schoolers, but we're looking at re-entering citizens. We're looking at anywhere we can go to grab people and pull them in. So absolutely. And honestly, and this is no dig on you young people, but sometimes we find that somebody who's 23, 24, 25, who've gone out and had a tough time for a little while, do better when they come into the trades. And I was the same way. First time I came into the building trades, I thought, wow, this is really hard. I should have stayed in college, but you get used to it. Your body gets acclimated to the work. People start showing, once you prove you're going to stay, people show you easier ways. Then like I said, your body gets acclimated, you get in shape, and then you can eat whatever you want without gaining weight. That didn't last long for me, but absolutely. We can, and we don't have the barriers with beyond high school aged people. like waiting for them to graduate and so forth. So yeah, absolutely. I can put them in touch with Labor's Local 1191 in Detroit. Our big hiring season happens from, we'll say April 1st through maybe July 1st. And then they're still putting people on July through say September, but this is our slowest time right now.
Okay.
Scott, what is the website that people would go to fill out the application?
Well, for us, we don't have an application. They would contact me and I would put them in touch with Labor's Local 1191. We would try to get them on a job. But that website I mentioned was www.ml, I'm sorry, I'm giving you the wrong one. MI for Michigan, miconstructionjobs.com. miconstructionjobs.com. And I did notice there's a question in chat. What's the cost of the program? If someone was interested, how do they get in and get in contact with me? Ms. Kirtan, you can give my contact information out. Usually I bring, pamphlets and business cards, but feel free to give my information out. Beyond that, if you choose a trade other than my own, say the carpenters, we have Jamal L down there in the Detroit area. He's an awesome contact with the carpenters. We have contacts for all the different building trades, and you can look them up on that website, that miconstructionjobs.com. Their information is listed on their contact information and entrance requirements, sometimes even application times. Some of them take applications for a 2 or 3 month period. That'll be spelled out there. And then never be afraid to pick up the phone and call and ask your questions, because they're sitting there waiting for that. They really are looking to put people in jobs.
Good deal. Tell Jamal I said hello.
I will. We're working together on some different grant stuff, and so we're talking. Well, we're about to talk in an hour, but yeah, we're on Zoom meetings. It seems like 3 or 4 times a week.
Good deal. Good deal. You guys, do you have any more questions for Scott?
I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have one. I have a student who says that he's interested in elevator trades. Is that a thing? Elevator trades?
It is absolutely a thing.
Yeah.
And you will find their information on that website I mentioned, miconstructionjobs.com. There are people who do nothing but travel around and install elevators. It's a highly skilled trade. They make really, really good money, and they travel all over because there's not that much work. They have to go to where the job is, or they can get on the service end of it. And there's a lot of service that goes with elevators. They have to be checked and inspected all the time. But yeah, that's the name of the trade, elevator erectors or something like that. It's on the website. That is absolutely one of the 19 skilled trades. And they do escalators too, escalators and elevators. So
Ours goes out at least once a year, and
Yeah.
they're out there getting it repaired. In the meantime, we have to use the stairs.
we have one floor, and we have to have an elevator, of course, for handicapped persons. And same thing. It all of a sudden just doesn't work, and we've got to call them out to figure out why. And they fix it in no time, and they're on their way. But yeah, that's the thing.
Any other questions, you guys? All right, well then we're going to wrap this up. Scott, thank you so much again for your time. Always a pleasure. And we appreciate you for joining us and sharing all of the helpful information about the skilled trades. And I know our young people are going to benefit from it. And I'm going to put your information out. You guys contact me if you want Scott's information, and I'll be more than happy to send it to you. Thanks everybody for joining me today on College and Career Pathways. Scott, thank you again.
Thank you for your patience with my internet issues.
Oh no, I was happy to fill in.
You did a good job too. I think we're going to hire you.
You don't play. I'll leave.
All right.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
guys. Bye now.